Welcome back to the AI Skills for the Workplace course. Now that we've looked at the AI tools that we'll be using in the course and why having skills in those platforms sets you up for success with almost all other kinds of AI tools, we've come to the key to all of this, and that is the art of prompting. Good prompting maximizes the potential of your AI tools, and for you, it sets you apart in any workplace. We're going to take you through 3 levels of AI prompting in this section of the course. Basic prompting, the foundation of it all, prompt refinement, making your prompts and your results more powerful, and specific prompting techniques for some common business tasks. Why does this all matter? Well, because in today's AI-driven world, it's the difference between getting generic, mediocre results from your AI and obtaining precise, powerful solutions that can fast-track your projects and boost your career or your business. Mastering prompts isn't just about getting better answers. It's about asking better questions. It's a skill that will make you more efficient, more innovative, and, frankly, indispensable in any role you find yourself in. Let's dive into the art of prompting and equip you with a skill set that will revolutionize your work and set you apart as an AI-savvy professional, starting with basic prompting. With basic prompting, we are laying the groundwork for everything that's to follow, giving you the essential tools to make AI work for you in ways that, right now, most people can't even imagine. But what kind of things can you do with basic prompting? Here are some general examples of work tasks you can do with AI. If you need to quickly and effectively write a simple email or memo, summarize a short article or report, write a brief social media post, draft a short product description, create a simple customer service response, compose a simple event announcement, or other such simple tasks like those that, for each one, can take up to 30 minutes or even an hour of your time. That adds up to many hours every week. AI and basic prompting skills can win you back valuable time to use on more important things. So let's back up a bit. What exactly is a prompt? A prompt is how you communicate with your AI about what you want it to do. And you write your prompt right here in this text box in ChatGPT, or right here in Claude, or similarly, right here in Gemini. Going back to ChatGPT, a prompt can be as simple as a one-sentence question like, what is the difference between B2B marketing and B2C marketing? Or it could be something as complex as this jumbo prompt that we could write and put into our chat right here. It could be as short or as long and involved as this monster example, or anything in between, depending on what you want to do and how you need to strategically break up the cycles of the interaction you're having with your AI. A great way to envision your AI is to imagine that your AI is a genius intern that's been assigned to you, and that's incredibly skilled in just about every domain that you might need help in. However, today is that intern's first day on the job. If you really want them to effectively apply all that genius to really benefit you, they need to know a little bit about you, your operation, and what you want. And also, keep in mind that your genius intern is brilliant, but they don't want to bother you with questions unless you tell them they can. So they'll try to do what you ask of them. And if you didn't give them enough information, they'll just make their best guesses at what you meant and try to execute the task as best they can. And there's almost zero chance that you'll get what you want in the response you receive. But that is on you. When you're creating your prompt to give your AI genius assistant instructions, use the following principles to guide you in formulating that communication. Clarity. Be specific and unambiguous in your request. Like I said, your AI will try to work with the information that you gave it. So, if you're not clear, it will have to make guesses and assumptions about what you want and need. Context. Provide relevant background information. When AI knows all the factors involved in this scenario, it can give you a more customized response specific to your needs. Conciseness. Balance specificity and detail with brevity. Your AI is processing every word that you wrote, looking for meaning and implications. So conciseness makes that easier and reduces the chance of your AI misinterpreting what you want. Consistency. Ensure your prompt aligns with your overall goal and previous context. This maintains the format and provides a prompt that is on track with your goals. So let's focus on basic prompting. There are so many things that could go into a prompt depending on what you're doing and what you want from the AI. Here are three elements that are a really good start. Number one is a clear objective. If you don't tell AI what to do, then for the AI, it's like one of those awkward conversations where you're left wondering where the other person is going with this interaction. So when you have a clear objective in your prompt, you're giving AI the orders that it needs to respond. The next element is specific instructions. Narrow things down with details on how you want it done. And context can give the AI enough relevant background information to tailor its responses more precisely to what you want. So here is an example of a prompt using those three elements. The first element is the clear objective, summarize the key benefits of remote work. The next part is the specific instructions. In this case, list three main points. If we didn't have this detail, what might happen with the AI output? The third thing is the context that's given in this prompt as this is a presentation for the management team. How do you think that context directs the AI? What kind of responses would the AI give us if we didn't have that in this prompt?
So let's see how chat responds to me when I give it this prompt.
We're going to use a new conversation thread since this prompt isn't related to the last one that we did, and we don't necessarily want the AI thinking that there's a contextual connection between these two prompts. So we put in this prompt.
Nice, decent speed. Here's the output we got. Let's take a look at it. Increased productivity, cost savings. The management team loves that. Access to a wider talent pool. These are all advantages that they'd be looking for. This is pretty good. This should be a very usable output to use in the presentation for the management team. If you're not happy with the output that you get, right here, you can regenerate a new response with this little symbol. Clicking that, ChatGPT will give you a whole other output for your prompt. Okay, we still have a broader talent pool. We've got the increased productivity and the flexibility, cost savings, similar. Still, this is great. With this ability to regenerate, I would only use that if the results were close to what you wanted. It was pretty good, on target, but it could use some improvement. If you see that the AI has given you something that is horribly off track, don't regenerate. That indicates to you that there was something that could have been better in your prompt. So go back and rework your prompt. In addition to that, you can also see that you can have the response read out to you.
Here are the three key benefits of remote work for your presentation. 1. Increased productivity and flexibility.
Okay, great. We're not going to go all the way through that. You can also copy and paste the response if you wanted to use it somewhere else in your work, which probably you will. You've got the thumbs up symbol if you wanted to tell ChatGPT that you like the response, and it's good to indicate when you get a particularly good response to let the AI bot know that it was on the money with that response. Or, conversely, with the thumbs down, you can also report to OpenAI that something went horribly wrong. With this symbol, you can change the model. So in this case, you can see we're using ChatGPT 4.0, as we can see up here. But if we wanted to use another one of the models, we can choose which one. Okay, now it's your turn. You and ChatGPT, or Claude, Gemini, or whatever AI tool you want to use. If you have time, pause the video and go over to ChatGPT and try running the same prompt we just did with just the first sentence, and then try it again with the first and second sentence, and then see what you get when you run all three sentences of the prompt. Keep in mind, you're not going to get the same response that I got, but it's a great experiment to run to see how ChatGPT is interpreting what you are asking of it. Let's look at a few more business-related examples of simple prompts. In this first example, outline the steps for effective time management, provide 5 bullet points. This is for a team productivity workshop. Your clear objective is outline the steps for effective time management. Specific instructions, provide 5 bullet points, and the context is that it's for a team productivity workshop. Okay, let's run that through ChatGPT. And again, we're going to use a new conversation thread for this new prompt. All right, let's go. Nice response time. We've asked for 5 bullet points, and it gave us 5 bullet points. Nice and brief. Check your response. Does this make sense? Prioritize our tasks, set clear goals, plan and schedule, eliminate distractions, and review and adjust. Those sound like pretty good steps to me. We could try regenerating this, but I'm happy with what we got. Let's look at another example. In this example, our prompt is, explain the concept of emotional intelligence using layman's terms. This is for a new employee orientation guide. We've got our clear objective, we've got our specific instructions, and we've got the context we need. Again, let's give that a shot over in ChatGPT. Okay, copy and paste that in, and let's run that. So, this is great, because even if you don't know what emotional intelligence is, you've just learned. But you've also got copy that you could be using for this new employee orientation guide. As you can see here, you can actually edit your message or your prompt right there in this text box, even after you've run the prompt, and then you can regenerate. Emotional intelligence. Here we've asked for layman's terms, self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationships. The level of language looks pretty non-academic. It looks pretty great for layman. So I would go with that. Again, you could go with that response, or you could click regenerate, or you could edit your prompt. Let's look at our fourth and final example of a basic prompt. We've got describe 3 common customer service challenges, including a brief solution for each. This is for the training of frontline staff. Okay, back over to ChatGPT. Let's see what kind of results this gives us. Start a new chat, plug and play, and here's the response ChatGPT is giving us. As you can see, the speed varies from interaction to interaction, but overall, it's pretty fast. You can also see over here on the left-hand side menu, it's giving each one of these conversations its title based on what our prompt was. So we can go back and find the conversation that we had. You can also, as you can see here, rename it if you find that the name that ChatGPT gave it is not going to be something that you're going to remember in the future. Okay, so again, always check. Do not grab the content that it gave you, check it. Does this make sense? Common customer service challenges. Handling angry and upset customers? Dealing with unclear or vague customer requests? Yep, probably. And managing high call volumes or long wait times. That all sounds pretty good to me. This is going to be for training frontline staff. However, say I'm not a specialist, which I'm not in this particular subject, I can regenerate this to see if it's going to give me better answers. Okay, again, we get the difficult and angry customers, managing the high volumes, providing consistent information. That's great. I would actually, from what I've seen here, and you can toggle back and forth. Oh, interesting. It gave us different formatting. Cool. So I could copy and paste this to keep that formatting. Unfortunately, it didn't provide that formatting here. That's interesting. So myself, looking at this, if I was going to be creating content for training frontline staff, these results would indicate to me that with these 3 points, plus dealing with unclear or vague customer requests, this may indicate that maybe my original idea of 3 common customer service challenges should maybe be expanded to 4 points. So as a user, in this interaction with AI, it's actually teaching me something and or inspiring me with new insights. And as you can see at the bottom of its response, it usually gives you a brief explanation of the values of the response it just gave you, which gives you an indication of the perspective it's coming from and whether or not that's what you were looking for. If you like what you see here, then you can use this in your training frontline staff manual, or you can improve your prompt and try again. But for now, that's it for basic prompting, which is the foundation of everything. At this point, I would highly recommend that you experiment with basic prompting on something meaningful for you and your work based on the kind of prompts that we've been using here. What kind of results did you get? How could you make them better? So up next, in the following section of this course, we're going to be looking at prompt refinement. And that's going to cover 11 ways to improve basic prompting to make your results so much more powerful. See you in the next section.